Jackson back with you at Song Mentor. Today's relaxed selection is Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Remember that album Hot August Night, released in 1972? It was a double live album. Well, the song was re-released on that album, but it was originally a single recording. It reached #4 on the Billboard charts. It was said to be inspired by a photograph that Neil Diamond had seen of Caroline Kennedy as a child. The song it doesn't sound like a jock rock song, but is used at many sporting events, most notably at the Red Sox home games at Fenway Park during the 7th inning stretch. Here's Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. All right, well, Neil Diamond's version of Sweet Caroline's in the key of B. Neil's got that nice baritone timbre to his voice. So we don't want to change this too much, but to facilitate some of the chord changes and some of the little connectors I'm going to show you, we're going to just take it up half a step to C. That's a lot easier key to play in and still manageable singing-wise. After all, this is Song Mentor, not Guitar Mentor. So we want to put the whole song together for you as something you can enjoy and play, particularly in the relaxed part of the program. So here are the chords for Sweet Caroline in the key of C. You need an open C chord. You need an F major. You need an open G chord. And then you need some minors. You need an A minor, an E minor, and a D minor. Those minors are going to give it that nice warm feel, or I should say actually cool feel, but the coolness of minor chords tends to warm me up, if that makes any sense at all. So those are the 6 chords, C, F, G, A minor, E minor, and D minor for Sweet Caroline. Let's talk about the accented strumming that goes into the verse of Sweet Caroline. We're going to use this little lead note. We're going to use the G note, 3rd fret, 6th string, to lead into the C chord, which the song is in key, so your front chord is C. So that sounds like a song we did a few weeks ago. What a day for, but it's not. Where it began. And that's the F chord, and when I switch to the F chord, I'm using the C note, 3rd fret of the 5th string, to lead that chord. And the way I play an F, my finger, when I play the F chord, is already on the C. So there's my F chord formation, bar there, and then an E chord up 1 fret. So now I can just play, and I'm picking that C note to introduce the F chord. So it's, those are all down strums. Stay on the G, then back to the C. Okay, let's use that strumming pattern and play through a verse with the chords on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became a summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? All right, let's move next to the section, a little section that bridges a verse with the chorus. And here's your strumming. Notice kind of it's a frap and then an up down. Hand I say frap, that's the name I'm giving to kind of a slap of the strings, a muted slap of the strings. So we get okay, and the progression there is C, A minor, G, F, G. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. You notice at the end of that I just changed the pattern a little bit, and that's just for dynamics. So we go from touching, nice big build into the chorus there, and that's just a straight down up, down up, down up, down up, down up. And you can play around with that and do some. Maybe you just like a, maybe just like straight downs, but do something to change the dynamics there to take it into the chorus. Okay, the last section for strumming is the chorus, and I'm going to leave the connectors out because I'm going to show you that in a separate little bit here, because some of these, you know, that's the part everybody sings at Fenway Park, right? And you want that, and you also want. So we'll show you the connectors in a minute, but as for the strumming, this is it. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I feel inclined to believe they never would, but never. And back into the next verse. Notice that the last 4 chords are just single strums. No, but now so it's a little bit like the verse was, a little more energy. Sweet Caroline. All right, let's show you those 2 connectors. The first one you're going to play twice, and the second one once in each chorus. So coming from the C chord, Sweet Caroline, good times. So it's just basically playing the F note, the E note, and then the F chord. Na, na, na. Good times never seem so good. And that's just the climb there. You're on the G chord. You've already got the B note covered. C, D. I'm feeling fine. Do believe. And then you get into the 4 chords at the end of the chorus. So those are the 2 little connectors. The first one is, and the second one is. All right, I'd like to teach you a little optional intro here that will give the song away for sure if you play this. It's made up of 3 little triplet notes and that progress up the scale here. So we're going to start with, and that one's made up of open D, E, and F on the 4th string. And then we're going to use the F, the open G, and the A note. That's the second one. The third one isn't quite as long, but it involves the A note on the 3rd string, the open B, and the C, so A, B, C. And that's all we play, because after that we have the chords. Here are the 4 chords we're going to play leading into the first verse. A, A minor, G, E minor, D minor, where it began. So there's a little intro for you. All right, if you haven't already done so, go back over the sections that we've worked on, and we're going to put the whole thing together in a playthrough. I'm going to leave out the repeat of the chorus at the end, but I will include an ending that we'll talk about in fine-tuning. Here we go. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became a summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. I'm inclined to believe I never would, but now look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulder. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. But I'm inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm... All right, I said I'd mention the ending, and all I did there was use those same four chords, the G, F, E minor, D minor, and then bring it back to the root chord. And of course, retard that a little bit, slow it down just a tiny bit. So in this lesson, we talked about strumming patterns, and they change a little bit, adding some dynamics and some energy as we head into the chorus, and also a little bit about, once again, little connecting notes that for this particular song are really, really well known. There you go, Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.